Hi guys, welcome again to your own YouTube channel Ask Your Gynecologist. I am Dr. Sonal Parihar. As usual, I have come back with a new video for you all, and today's topic is a very simple and very common topic, that is medical methods of abortion. Now, abortion is a birthright of a woman, and abortion means when you don't want the baby, it's an unwanted child or it's an unwanted pregnancy. There are different grounds, different reasons why women they seek abortion. So before we actually start this video, let me just thank you for the tremendous response you are giving to my channel. We have reached almost 8 lakhs and we are rising very high. So we'll be soon reaching a million, that is 10 lakhs, and I would just like to thank you all for the enormous response you've given to the channel. Now, there are 3 ways to contact me, that is DocWise app, which you have to download from your Play Store, mobile Play Store, and then you have to insert my PIN, that is C2TXJ. If in case of any help you need, then there is a helpline support number, and you can just share your reports with me, you can consult me, you can get a double opinion from me, you can even get a prescription if needed. Okay. The second way to consult me is whenever I go live on this channel as well as the other channel, Dr. Sonal's Answers. So whenever I go live, you can use your debit card or credit card to use the super chat option, and you get your question flashed on the screen, and I answer it there and then. So whenever I go live, I try to answer the questions which you have asked before, but if you use super chat, you can get the answer there and then. Third way is the best way many patients are using. You can come to the hospital, take an appointment for my secretary, and then come and visit me. That is the best way to consult a doctor. Coming back to the medical methods of abortion, abortion, as I said, is your legal right. Every year, almost 10 million women, they seek abortion. Now, there are 2 ways of aborting the child, either it's a medical methods or the surgical method. Now, we are not going to discuss about the surgical methods, that's a different video. Now, medical methods, the licensed drugs in India are mifepristone and misoprostol. These 2 drugs are licensed. The combination of these 2 drugs is given to abort the child. The gestational age at which it should be given is early pregnancy, say just about 4 weeks, when you come to know that you are pregnant, till about 9 weeks. Now, 9 weeks is just about 2 months. It should not be given after that, because then it becomes risky. It cannot abort such a big baby which is above 2 months, and you end up having tremendous bleeding, incomplete abortion. You end up in the hospital and you have to get an emergency evacuation or a DNC done. So you should know, whenever your practitioner gives you such drugs, if the practitioner is not licensed or is not knowledgeable, you have to make sure that your pregnancy is not above 2 months. Okay. Now, in India, the legal age of abortion is till 20 weeks, that is just about 4.5 to 5 months. After that, only on special grounds, when the court allows, then only we can do abortion. Just like, for example, if the baby is really incompatible with life, having multiple congenital anomalies, but even then, if we get an approval from the court, then and only then we can proceed. Like, for example, in UK, the legal age is 24 weeks. So after 24 weeks, they do not allow abortion, even if the baby is abnormal. But in Western countries, developed countries, this problem does not normally occur, that the patient does not know that the baby is abnormal, because people there, the normal people there, they know that they have to consult a doctor, they have to get an ultrasound done as soon as they conceive. In our country, sometimes the first ultrasound of the lady is done at 6th month, 7th month, or even 9th month. And at that time, when you tell the patient that you have to carry this baby till 9 months, even though we know that it is not going to survive after birth, it is very, very pathetic. But then that is it. This is how it goes. So the law does not allow above 20 weeks. And above 12 weeks in our country, the law says that 2 doctors have to examine and sign the report before we actually conduct an abortion. But if it is less than 12 weeks, that is 3 months, then single doctor can examine, do an ultrasound, and do an abortion. Now, before taking these pills, mifepristone and misoprostol, make sure that you get an ultrasound done by your doctor, because without ultrasound, if you take the drug and in case it is an ectopic, you will end up in a mess, because then it might cause a rupture of ectopic and you might end up in a mess, because you know what is ruptured ectopic. So make sure, even if you are in a very early pregnancy, wait for 10 days, let the doctor do an ultrasound, confirm that it is inside the uterus, then you take the pill. Okay. Now, coming to the success rate of this pill, it is almost 95 to 98% successful. Now, what dose is given, that depends upon the doctor. Generally, 1 tablet of mifepristone and 4 tablets of misoprostol. The dose regimen and how it is to be taken oral or vaginal, that depends from one doctor to another. And generally, there is a gap of 48 hours in between the 2 doses. The first dose is mifepristone. After 48 hours, you take the other 4 tablets, and then you generally bleed for 7 to 10 or sometimes 15 days, and then you should get an ultrasound done. between 10 to 15 days after taking the second dose, you should go and get an ultrasound done, because sometimes 2% of the cases you might end up with incomplete abortion. There might be some POCs, that is products of conception, some pieces of the pregnancy lying inside which might need a DNC, which might need curettage evacuation, because later on these will hamper your uterine cavity. You may not be able to conceive, or it might end up in infection. So make sure you get an ultrasound done. Now, coming to how painful it is, pain depends from one person to another, and it depends how far you are in your pregnancy. Because obviously when you are in early pregnancy, the bleeding will be less, the pain will be less, the clots that come out will be less. If you are in later pregnancy, say after 7 weeks, my personal experience says that after 7 weeks, although it is legally given till 9 weeks, it is licensed to be given till 9 weeks, but after 7 weeks, it becomes slightly risky because you tend to bleed more. And there is a myth basically that patients that they tell me that DNC, that is the surgical method of abortion, is more risky. They find it more risky, and they think that they will kind of develop more weakness after that, and medical abortion is better. No, medical abortion, because you start bleeding at home, because we do not have any control of that. When we do a DNC, when you do a surgical method, we put an IV line and we give you some injections, some drugs, so that the uterus contracts and you do not bleed a lot. So we just use a suction machine and just remove the products of conception. The pregnancy itself is removed, and that's it. But when you bleed at home, you might end up bleeding more than what is required. So I always tell my patients, make sure you take the tablet only and only if you can tolerate this bleeding, only if you are near a hospital, near some medical facility, so that in case you need, you can go there, because it can sometimes be very, very risky. Coming to whether abortion, medical methods of abortion, they are life-threatening? Well, generally no, because it is obviously given in a very early pregnancy, just about 2 months and not after that. But yes, if it is given by a quack at the wrong time, or if it is given in the wrong dose, or if it, like without an ultrasound, it was an ectopic or it was a twin pregnancy, then obviously sometimes it can be very, very risky. You might end up losing your life. Well, if you actually look at the statistics, WHO says that there are almost 22,000 deaths of women because of abortion, and it is the third largest cause of death in women, in pregnant women. So if you actually look at the causes of deaths in pregnant women, then this is the third largest cause, because sometimes it might be done in a wrong way, it might cause septic abortion or whatnot. So just be careful, ladies. It is your legal right, but then you have to be careful. Coming to the availability of these drugs, well, I'm just talking about India. In India, there is a lot of controversy with sex selection and why women, they go and seek abortion without telling the doctors, without telling the family. So there is a social stigma attached to it, because either the lady is not pregnant, she gets pregnant before marriage, that is a stigma, so she has to just kind of take the tablet without telling anybody. Or even married women, husband is supporting but the in-laws are not supporting, they do not want to tell people at home, so going to the hospital, getting a DNC done is more painful and probably more risky, because they'll have to tell the family, so they want to hide it from the family, so they just go and take the tablets from the medical counters wherever it is available, and that ends up in a mess. Or sometimes the medical facilities are not available, it's not possible for them to go to the hospital, so it is very simple to buy the medicine and just take it. Or very rarely, sometimes they avoid the fees of the doctor, because they think that the doctor is going to charge a lot, DNC charges are a lot, or even the medicines which are available with the doctor, they might charge more. Because why this happens? Because these drugs basically are not kept in India openly on the medical counters, even though they are licensed. Why? Generally, the medical pharmacists, the people who are opening the shops, sitting in the shops, they say that they do not want to sell these drugs because of the fear of law, that police might catch them, that you are selling these drugs. The lady might have done an sex determination in ultrasound, she might be taking the abortion drug because of that. But this is a myth. They should know, they do not know the fact that these pills are not to be taken after 2 months, and the baby's sex does not develop before 3 months. So basically these drugs are given only till 9 weeks, and the sex of the baby cannot be determined before 11-12 weeks. So this is a myth, they can easily dispense it. But if you look at the statistics, in India, Uttar Pradesh has around 66 to 70% of the pharmacists, they are selling it openly. In Bihar, it is around 35 to 37%. Coming to Maharashtra, it is just about 1%, and in Rajasthan, there is hardly any medical shop which sells it openly with bill and with the GST and all. No, it is sold under the table because they are too scared of the police, and they do not know whether what to do, because nobody knows. Basically, they do not want to get into the hassle of selling this, because there are many other things to sell. Even the doctors who are prescribing, the licensed doctors who have their degree, who are qualified, they are allowed to dispense these tablets because they know how to dispense it. Because the medical practitioners, they also do some wrong thing in India. They are giving anti-malarial drugs. They are giving high-dose Ayurvedic drugs, which have nobody knows what they are, and they are there in the market for ages and ages, and patients are taking it. They don't even know that these are unlicensed drugs. High-dose antibiotics are being given as abortion pills. So the only licensed drugs are mifepristone and misoprostol. Make sure that you consult a doctor. Do not avoid the doctor. Just go to the doctor. She may not write it because sometimes it is not available at the pharmacy, so she might just have it in the cupboard. She might just give it to you. Because she's a qualified doctor, she will give it to you in the proper dose. So take it and do not worry. It will be safe as long as you know what the side effects are. Okay, so ladies, that's it. The last question, yes, that normally ladies would ask me, that after getting a medical abortion done, can I conceive? Well, it is basically the guilt inside you that makes you feel that because of the previous abortion that you had, or the medical pills that you took, because of that you're not able to conceive. But that is not the case, because there is no scientific proof that this happens. Okay, just make sure you do not take these pills again and again, just like vegetables, or just like your food items, because these are not food items. These are high dose hormones. Make sure that you may just use it once or maybe twice in your lifetime, just in case the pregnancy was unplanned, but do not use them like a regular thing. Okay, then it will be harmful, right? So guys, if you like the video, please like it, share it and subscribe it. Thank you very much for the response you've given to the channel, and I'll be back again with a new video. Bye bye, take care.